Konbanwa YouTube. Yeah, so I'm homesick with a bit of a cold. Trying to cover up the fact that I look like crap with as much makeup as I can put on my face without looking like a plastic toy. For the purposes of this vlog, I don't really need to look pretty, I don't think. But at this point, I only have like 18 subscribers. Thank you, Vic, you Latin American purveyor of YouTube love. So I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't think they're subscribing if I'm pretty or not. But now to the serious part of today's vlog. For that I shall put on my glasses because they make me look more intelligent. Instant IQ. So today is a little bit of a rant. The whole YouTube dramas and battles and wars and armies that are going on within the YouTube community. Now, I'll admit that I'm actually pretty new to the community as a contributor. Previously, for a good 3 years, all I did was watch stuff and I didn't contribute other than a couple of text comments. But that was because I didn't have a webcam and I couldn't be asked buying a webcam for my crappy old PC. And I didn't have a video camera either, and the quality of the video I can get off my digital camera isn't so great, as you can see from last year's Tokyo trip. So yeah, my very early on videos were my first contribution to the community, and until now, which is now 3 years, almost 3.5 years, I've managed to stay away from drama, which is fantastic. But there's a couple of drama things going on YouTube at the moment, and I really want to talk about them because they're subjects that are actually very interesting to me. So let's see if we can keep this into a coherent little package, and apologies in advance if this rant of mine goes more than one video, but okay, so I've mentioned previously that I'm a vegetarian, and the reason I'm a vegetarian is because it creates a smaller carbon footprint on the earth, and there is no other reason other than that at all. In my opinion, we are omnivores. Omnivore means we have the ability to eat both meat products and vegetable products. Now, whether we should or not is a choice that each person has to make for themselves, and it's not up to me to decide for anybody viewing out there if they should or should not eat a steak, or if you should go and eat a salad, or a, vegetarian chili con carne, which is my speciality. I might even teach you how to make it one day. It's not my place to tell you what you can and can't do. In my opinion, the vegan versus omnivore wars are flawed. Okay, here's my reasons why. So, argument number one is that meat is murder. Well, when you're creating something for food, it no longer becomes murder. Murder is an intent to kill for revenge or hatred or something like that. And I actually don't believe that meat eaters hate their food. And yeah, okay, yes, an animal is dying to be put onto somebody's plate, but let us not forget that we are also animals as well. And animals all over the world all have the same basic needs, and one of those basic needs is sustenance. Reason number two was that all people can survive on a completely vegetarian diet no matter who they are or where they are. That's actually not medically true. There are people out there who, for whatever reason, I'm not quite sure what it is, but they actually can't go without meat. Generally, it's due to their ability to be able to take iron in from food. And iron, meat being the richest source of iron in our diet, they'll need to eat more of that so they can take in the iron, or else, they become very, very sick. I worked with a gentleman whose wife was unable to take in iron very well, and she was getting blood transfusions and chemotherapy treatment to combat it. But I mean, she was eating meat as well, and she just simply couldn't take in enough iron. But if she'd gone vegetarian, she would have died, basically. But then again, there are also people like a good friend of mine who I may introduce you to on the weekend. If she's still in the country, she's going overseas soon. And because of her her spleen is weak, and so she can't eat animal protein at all, and she found out a couple of years ago, so she's gone completely vegan, and hers is purely for a medical reason. So there's sides on both ends. There's also, I've heard other people say that their doctor have told them that their metabolism is so fast that if they don't take in the fat from animals, they'll pretty much waste away. I've heard that on the internet. I've also heard that in real life as well. Um, so there are medical reasons that you need to eat meat. There are things in our body that are there specifically for the, processing of meat through the bodies. The canine teeth, obviously, are there because they're sharp, and then the grinding teeth are at the back, and that's where you eat your veggies and your nuts and your grains and that sort of thing. The front teeth, I believe, are ripping teeth that sort of anchor with the canines. The appendix is also specifically there back from when we were cavemen, when we ate raw meat, and it releases a enzyme into the intestines that helps with the final stages of processing meat as well. And the reason they get taken out is because of blockages. Peas get stuck in them and that sort of thing. It's all disgusting, but that's there for that reason as well. So to deny the fact that we are supposed to eat meat, or well, not supposed to, but can eat meat, by saying human beings are not supposed to eat meat, it's a savage way of living, is actually wrong, because we actually have the physical capability to do it, and we have the organs there to do it as well. So, and now reason number 3. This is actually my favorite reason that I've heard, and I agree with it to an extent. But the third reason was that if you don't have it in you to physically kill the meat that you're going to eat, then you probably shouldn't eat meat. And a lot of people have actually said, yes, I cannot kill a pig, so I will not eat pig. I cannot kill a cow, so I will not eat a cow, and so on and so forth, which is really, really cool idea, and it's my favorite, and it's the only one that I would actually subscribe to other than my own. It makes sense, but it is still flawed, because in the modern society there are only a number of people in each community who have the capability to be able to actually kill an animal, and it's not whether they have the guts to do it or not, it's the actual skill to do it. If I was to go out and kill a cow so that I could eat it, I would butcher that thing. I would feel bad for the cow just because of the fact that I don't have the skill to be able to kill it quickly and humanely. That cow will suffer if I try and kill it. And there's nothing wrong with me for saying that. I'm not saying, yay, butchering cows is fun, woo, I'm not, one of those people who have got, human skin shade lamps and all that sort of stuff in their house or anything like that. I just do not have the skill to be able to kill a cow, and neither do you, or probably anybody else, unless you know people who work in an abattoir. But yeah, I do like that theory. But if we were living in different times, if we were living hundreds of years ago, where we did have our farms and we did raise our cattle and we did slaughter our cattle when we had the skill to do it, and it was there to be done, I'm pretty sure we would all have the capability to do it if we all grew up in ye olde times. We'd be able to do it then, but not now. We can't do it now. We simply, yeah, it's just, we just don't have the skill. We don't have the knowledge to do it. So that's pretty simple. So this is at close to 10 minutes now, so I'll do the to be continued at this point and say peace to you guys, and start back as soon as I've uploaded part 2 of my rant. The next part will be on the atheists v Christians that are going on. This one's going to be long.